always suck a lot. So I made Klay Thompson injured till December. I also, yes, made Kawhi injured till later on in the year. And we're gonna see how realistic this rebuild can be. So we obviously have a lot of things to do with Andrew Wiggins, James Wiseman, if you want to trade Draymond, what to do even with Klay Thompson if he doesn't perform well. A lot of things we're gonna do with this Golden State Warriors roster to make them a true title contender like before. So make sure you guys like this video. If you do like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, obviously, on our way to 10,000 subs. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. So, to start off the video, of course, we do some big time trades, and I think we can both agree, hopefully, that Andrew Wiggins and Wiseman are definitely the two elephants in the room when we are talking about trades and the Golden State Warriors. I think for Wiggins, I'm just trying to look for probably just another forward to trade for. I'm assuming that's probably what also the Warriors are going to try to do as well. Just really anyone who could really fill in that spot, even if it does take a first round pick, which it probably will because Wiggins' contract is pretty insane. It's a pretty nice trade there for Dylan Brooks. We all saw the great defense he can play, and Gordon Hayward is also would be a great pickup, but that contract and its length is a little bit scary. Being over 30 mil for 3 years, that's kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. And obviously the Warriors already over a lot of cap space. This trade is definitely not too bad for Malcolm Brogdon and TJ Warren, but I don't think Malcolm Brogdon would be too willing to come off the bench. Now this one's probably the best one so far. Jeremy Grant, who definitely not really the offensive beast they're looking for, especially before Klay Thompson comes back. Definitely we need someone there who can really help carry a load on offense, not just Steph Curry. D'Angelo Russell, yeah. Nothing too crazy with these trades. I might have to make my own. I think the Jeremy Grant one's probably the best one so far. And then also James Wiseman. I think he can be a great trade piece to maybe try to find a win now type of center. You know, we can trade him to sort of a rebuilding team. He's already gotten hurt already in his first year in the NBA, so we haven't really seen his true potential. But hopefully he's not a very fragile player. But even if he is, definitely I think the Warriors would rather have more of a win now type of center. Wow, Chris Middleton trade, that'd be kind of crazy. Oh my god. You know what, if I was doing a fantasy rebuild, I would 1000% do this if this wasn't trying to be somewhat of a realistic style of video, but man, could you imagine Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Karl Anthony Towns, and getting Malik Beasley back? That'd be crazy. Even this crazy trade with Shea Alexander. Man, but yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this kind of realistic. Here's actually one of the most realistic trades that I've seen so far. I use this trade all the time in Bleacher Report about Christian Wood being traded to the Golden State Warriors, and this actually wouldn't be too bad. I mean, he can stretch the floor. He's a pretty good rebounder. He's basically averaging a double-double and a pretty good defender as well. And a very cheap contract. This trade is also very interesting if I was doing like a fantasy style of rebuild, but I just don't think this would be, it just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, you know what I mean? Oh, actually, man, this would actually be a good trade too. But we'd have to give up Draymond Green as well, and as much as Draymond, you know, gets a lot of slander, I feel like the Golden State Warriors really need Draymond around, especially for this last sort of championship run. I feel like his IQ and everything could really help them out in real life, so I doubt in the game it'd be very fair if I traded him. Again, this Karl Anthony Towns trade is so intriguing to me, but you know what? Even with this Christian Wood trade, we do only have to give up a second round pick. We do get a pretty decent role player as well, and Tate. So I am taking that one. So now Golden State has a win now style of center. But back on to the Andrew Wiggins situation. As you can see, we might have found a solution. Andrew Wiggins, a first round pick, and a young, very high potential player in Moses Moody getting traded for, yes, Brandon Ingram. Definitely not bad. Sure, it's a little bit of a stretch of a sort of realistic trade, but I mean, hey, if the Pelicans really want to give Zion the keys to the throne of New Orleans and give him the entire reign, this could be a smart move on their end. So, looking at the rotation now, we have Steph Curry, obviously. stats. He would be really good to be there. Then we got Draymond and also Christian Wood, who I showed you guys the stats earlier, can be a pretty good piece for them. Our bench is pretty okay. I might need to make a couple trades to come off the bench just to deepen it a little bit more. But kind of controversial. I'm gonna start Kuminga. I'm gonna start Kuminga just to get his potential up a little bit, just to make him a little bit of a better player for when Clay does come back. Kuminga can, come off the bench and be a very high spark off the bench for us. It could be really nice to see that. So the rotation, not too bad, especially with Otto Porter Jr. coming off the bench as well. Yeah, I think it's not too bad. So simulating part of the season, as you can see, we're already through December to around the time where Klay Thompson is going to come back. You guys will see that a little bit later, but we are going to be simulating obviously to the halfway point of the year and showing you guys how we end up. So Klay Thompson did come back in December, but it definitely didn't help us out a whole lot. We're still trying to figure out our roster and our play style, as you can see, and we're not really doing too well. We are currently, 8th in the West, or 6th? I'm kind of far away from the screen, I can't really see, but we're doing kind of okay. Here are the Rockets down at the bottom. Wiseman's doing pretty good. Okay, that's not bad. Obviously, they're gonna have a lot of rebuilding to do with him and Green, so not a bad start. Toronto looks like they are also very much struggling, but it looks like they also traded away Siakam for Gordon Hayward. Yeah, that would not happen in real life. And the Hornets would definitely be a lot better if they had Siakam on their team, I can tell you that. But yeah, in the East we have the Boston Celtics on the top. So, alongside the Knicks, the Nets are doing pretty okay. They never really do all that well in 2K simulations either. But yeah, not too out of the ordinary. I mean, I did see the Timberwolves up kind of high, but again, they are always kind of going kind of crazy. Wow, Steph Curry's at 97 overall, averaging, again, MVP style of numbers. Klay Thompson coming back for a couple months, and he's already looking pretty good, back to an 88 overall. Christian Wood and Brandon Ingram basically averaging the same number of points, which I could see that happening as well. Both looking very good in their roles, and our bench is pretty okay. As you can see, I did pick up Hassan Whiteside. I think I traded, Belizia, or whatever, however you pronounce his name, for Hassan, and then at the very bottom of our rotation is Draymond Green. Now, I know he's averaging about 8 rebounds and 8 assists, but my god, his field goal percentages are dog duty now. Again, if I was doing more of a fantasy style of rebuild, I probably would have traded Draymond 1000%, but again, trying to make at least this first year a little bit more realistic, and we know the Warriors love Draymond, and I don't think I can let him go even if he is averaging, barely 5 points per game. It's pretty sad. Simulating the rest of the year, since I did just pass the halfway point, did not do any trades as well. Giannis wins another MVP, very surprising. Evan Mobley actually wins Rookie of the Year, not too bad from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Drummond wins Sixth Man, and Giannis also wins Defensive Player. That's pretty funny. Precious Ochoa wins Most Improved from 5 points to a little bit over 10 points, a little bit over double digits actually. That's pretty crazy. All-NBA First Team, yes, our boy Steph Curry, who still probably should have won MVP, averaging 97. Crazy shooting percentages as well. And Julius Randle as well. Wow, we all thought he would fall off after that crazy season last year. Looks like in 2K they reward him with an All-NBA First Team member. That's pretty insane as well. All-NBA Third Team, you have Russ. Interesting. So as you can see, we had a pretty good second half of the year. We're actually the #1 seed. So I guess, again, Klay Thompson coming back, Kuminga having a great start to his career, coming off the bench now, making it easier for him. And I think Ingram and everyone sort of found their good play styles and ended up being the 1 seed. Boston ended up being the 1 seed over here as well in the East. Nothing too crazy. It looks like the Nuggets and the Mavericks are struggling to get into the playoffs, but it looks like the Pelicans make it in as the 7th seed, and the Mavericks are the 8th seed. Going up against Dallas, it could be very dangerous. Then over in the East, we have Atlanta and the Nets. Oh my god, the Nets weren't even in the playoff race. Like I said, the Nets are always sort of a weird team. 2K always has in the simulation. They're never very, I guess, consistent. Oh wow, we have a Bucks and Nets first round. That is terrifying. We also have the Sixers and Bulls, but like I said, we have the Dallas Mavericks, and I mean, I think Klay Thompson can do a little bit of work on Luka Doncic, but I don't know. Oh my God, wrote it down. Oh my God. Wow, that's crazy. As you guys know, whenever I'm down 2-0 in a series, I always do the coach game plan, and I basically just tighten up the rotations, make sure they're playing defense on the right guys. I make sure Klay Thompson is guarding Luka Doncic. Let's see if I can at least help out this. Oh my God. I mean, I really do like Dallas, but there's no way that Dallas is going up 3-0 on this team. There's no way. Maybe we can come back. Okay, so it's 3-2. Come on. What is even happening? Oh my God. So Steph Curry putting up 40 points. Oh my God. Well, Luka. Oh my God. So Luka Doncic is just an unstoppable force. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Oh yeah, Curry had a not so great game, and he's averaging really good numbers, obviously, but in a couple of games here, not so great. It looks like we come back and actually lock down Luka for Game 5. And Steph has an amazing game, but it looks like we need Steph to have an amazing game to even win a game. Yeah, oh my God. You know what, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of hoping to actually try to win a championship this year. I thought our team was actually pretty good, but man, we can't even get past Luka Doncic in the first round. That's about, actually, there's an upset in every single, wow. Okay, you know what, I actually don't feel as bad because every single upset happened in the West. But like, even with this crazy team, like, I feel like we should be a little bit better. I mean, even though Klay Thompson didn't average crazy numbers, but he still shot really well from the... So you're telling me in the playoffs, Draymond Green averaged 3 points per game? That's a crime. That is a crime. Guys, I really applaud Draymond Green's IQ in real life, but in this game he has to go. The Nets actually go on to win the NBA championship against the Lakers. No duh. That seems pretty realistic, but going into this year's NBA draft, the Pacers get the first pick. That's pretty interesting. I think I am going to try to look for trades for Draymond. I mean, I do love Draymond, and like I said before, in real life, very useful. But if this dude's going to put up 3 points per game, I can't do it. Even though he's averaging, 8 assists and 8 rebounds, that's cool. I think I'm going to try to find an upgrade, and I think I do, in this sense. Sure, we're going to be losing a little bit in facilitating. Obviously, Jonathan Isaac isn't the facilitator that Draymond Green is, but defensively, is just as good, maybe. Maybe not as high of an IQ, but still a very good player. Maybe even a little bit better of an offensive player as well. Jonathan Isaac, I don't think this is that bad of a trade. So, especially for 2K terms, I think in real life, this would be pretty suspect. This wouldn't be the greatest choice for the Warriors, but I think in 2K terms, not bad. Taking a look now at free agency. Obviously, you guys know the free agency for this year. It's very good, but we have $5 million in cap space, so we're gonna have to really try to make things work with magic here and trying to fill out the team. So we do need a backup big, we do need a backup point guard, and I think we need a backup power forward because I think Otto Porter Jr. and Hassan Whiteside are both gone. So I think we could maybe do a trade here or there, but also through free agency, Tony Bradley for a backup center would be pretty nice. I really want to get more of a defensive-minded player to back up Christian Wood, because we know Christian Wood's more of an offensive-minded guy. Maybe getting a little bit more of a rim protector could help out a little bit more with that side. Then taking a look at maybe the guards, to back up Curry. Obviously Curry, a very highly offensive player. Maybe trying to get maybe a defensive-minded guard who could just snag up. Oh, actually. Oh man, we could actually try to get Anthony Simons. If you guys don't know, Anthony Simons plays for Portland. Well, and in 2K he's playing for Milwaukee for some reason, but he plays for Portland, and he's a very high upside player as well. He was also the dunk contest champion, so maybe we can try to snag him off the bench. That'd be a very good spark plug for us. But if he gets re-signed because he is restricted, I think maybe like a defender. I think we're pretty good. Yeah, we have an A perimeter D from our boy Chris Dunn. I could maybe try to side Patrick Beverly, but I think he's gonna digress after this year. So maybe just getting Kendrick Nunn, because I think it's Kendrick Nunn. Chris Dunn could really help us out. And just, I don't know, just trying to find a backup point guard who can play some defense, I think could help us out a little bit. I think defense is what really we need to start focusing on here. So like I said before, trying to find a backup center, Tate and Kuminga were trying, or I guess technically at the same position. I think I'd rather have Kuminga. I think he has a little bit more of an upside there. So trading away Tate for Gafford. If you guys don't know, I used to trade this guy all the time in last year's 2K, and he hated my guts. He did not like me one bit, but hey, I'm definitely going to try to do this without giving up a first round pick. But man, if we're going for a title, we're definitely going to need a good bench, and I think this is not that bad of a trade for a first round pick. So taking a look at the free agents, we could get Bradley, but again, I'm going to let him go because we just got Gafford, and with Simons, it looks like he's going to be, he's going to be re-signed with Milwaukee, which is kind of annoying. So we did get done, which I'm not super mad about. Again, he's just there to play defense. I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Chris, but I think he's not that terrible of a player. Renouncing the rights to the rest of the guys, because I don't think we're really going to need them, because again, I think our roster is pretty good. I only run a 9-man rotation, so don't really think I need to try to do anything super crazy with the team. Let me just make sure he's on the team. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so taking a look at the upcoming year, the rotation. Still have Steph Curry, obviously. We got Klay Thompson back to his full form, his full peak. We got Brandon Ingram, hopefully a whole year in on the Warriors, can play a little bit better. A newly added addition, Jonathan Isaac. I think he's going to really make or break us this year. Then we have Christian Wood again. We got Gafford coming off the bench with the high motor, rim running center. Kuminga hopefully can develop a little bit more as well. Poole and Dunn. So I think the team this year is a little bit more well-rounded. And no offense to Draymond Green, I think we'll have a little bit of a better success with Jonathan Isaac, who can still play amazing defense, but can score at least a little bit more than what Draymond Green does. Now in real life, again, completely different story, but it looks like we're off to a pretty good start. I think we're undefeated, actually. That's pretty crazy. I did end up getting this very interesting trade, though I wanted to show you guys. Again, if I was doing like a more fantasy style of rebuild, Michael Porter Jr. for Brandon Ingram, I think in real life this would be an amazing trade. If we did do this, I think I would do this again if I was just doing this by myself, but again, you know, I'm trying to keep it somewhat realistic, and I do think Michael Porter Jr. is a better shooter than Brandon Ingram, but I'm going to stick to our guns. We're having a very good year so far, and I don't really want to mess up the chemistry or anything like that if we are, you know, playing at a very high level, which we are. But again, simulating through the rest of the year, as you guys are hopefully relaxing, make sure you guys also, you know, comment down below if you guys want to see another team. Last time, like I said in the beginning of the video, someone commented what video or team to rebuild, and that's what I'm doing in this video. So make sure you comment down below a team that you guys would like to see rebuild, and I will do it. As you can see, Brandon Ingram is a very popular player for trade rumors and whatnot. But like I said, if we are, you know, as you can see at the top right hand corner of your screen, first in the West, I'm gonna try to keep this team together as best as I can. Yeah, look at that. We already are at 50. Already at 50 wins this year. That's crazy. It looks like the Pelicans are second, but Wiggins is definitely not the reason because of that. It looks like they really just let Zion just completely take over the franchise and deep into the team a little bit, and are playing really good. We also have the Spurs third in the West, which again, pretty unrealistic if you ask me, but definitely have a very deep team, I will say that. The Timberwolves as well. Oh my god. I think they traded D'Angelo Russell for Paul George. That's an interesting trade. Oh my god. They also have Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. That's pretty NBA champs with another very big addition to their squad. Last video they got Clint Capella. This video they have Miles Bridges. That's kind of unfair if you ask me. Anyone else? It looks like the new trio, young big trio in Cleveland, are improving pretty well and keeping Cleveland afloat in the playoff picture. But like I said, I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy to the team. Oh wow, Trae Young wins MVP. We have some random winning Rookie of the Year, Tyrese Maxey, Sixth Man of the Year, and Giannis. Giannis every year. I don't know if you guys have played any sort of rebuilds in 2K, but man, Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year every single year. It's so annoying. Looks like we have the sort of young NBA stars as the all-NBA first team. Definitely looking pretty good there. Do we have any guys? We have some all-defensive team guys. And Shea, LeBron. Wow, we have no one on all-NBA. That's terrifying. Okay. Don't know how that doesn't happen when we have the #1 seed. Man. Yeah, this year's playoffs is definitely a lot more wonky than last year's. As you can see, a lot of younger teams with high development players are making the playoffs, it seems, especially with the Spurs. That's I don't think I've ever seen the Spurs that high of a seed before when doing a rebuild, and you guys know I do these all the time. So we have the Utah Jazz in Portland. Oh, I just wanted to show you guys that I have the simulation on normal because we had a pretty crazy year, not gonna lie. A pretty impressive year. That's why I didn't really want to like mess up the chemistry by trading away, Brandon Ingram or trying to upgrade players here and there. So the Blazers actually making it into the playoffs as the 8th seed. We have the Jazz as a 7th seed. Then we have Miami and the Pistons making their ways into the playoffs. Wow, Cade Cunningham and the Pistons. That's pretty impressive. The Miami Heat don't look anything too crazy. Oh wow, that's pretty interesting with the Pistons of doing over there. Definitely spicing up the rebuild very quickly, it seems. But in the first matchup we have Portland. If you guys know anything about the Portland and the Golden State matchup, the Warriors have the Portland Trailblazers in the palm of their hand every single time. Even if 10 years from now and the Golden State Warriors suck, I feel like they'll still end up beating Portland. The Warriors just have Portland's number, it seems. We also have a couple interesting matchups and upsets in the East. Ben Simmons is still in Philadelphia and still costing them championships because the Cleveland Cavaliers upset the 76ers. That's pretty embarrassing, but hey, again, Cleveland is doing something over there, it seems like, with all those bigs. And also the defending NBA champions, the Brooklyn Nets, are down bad. Wait a second. So they have Anthony Simons, they have Blake Griffin. Oh my god. So the Bucks have Gordon Hayward, Bobby Portis, Anthony Simons, Blake Griffin. Oh my god. Yo, if that team's not in the finals, the 2K's whack. But anyways, that's a crazy team the Bucks put together there. That's really cool. Anyways, we're going against the Memphis Grizzlies, and no offense to any Memphis Grizzlies fans, not really too worried about these guys, especially if they didn't do anything normal to their team. Again, just showing you guys, it's 50 simulated difficulty, nothing crazy going on here. Looks like Michael Porter Jr. decided to stay in Denver, not getting that trade that they wanted, trying to give up Brandon Ingram up. They're probably shipping him out to a bunch of different other teams, but we ended up making it into the conference finals against the Pelicans, which again, the Pelicans are always a super team, and oh my god, the Bucks couldn't even get one game in on the Hawks. That's crazy. That Bucks team was actually super insane too, but we have the Boston Celtics on the other side of the bracket there. Again, I'm super happy that we traded for Jonathan Isaac, because Jonathan Isaac is a defensive monster in 2K. Make sure you guys get a defensive stopper like Jonathan Isaac, because he can hopefully at least somewhat contain Zion Williamson. Oh yeah, that was a good trade. Yeah, that was worth it. We know for a fact that Jonathan Isaac at least tried to help out, and also Steph Curry had an amazing time trying to score. But yeah, Zion was really the only guy that really had. Devontae Graham, had a couple good games, but not good enough. And then for the Eastern Conference champions, we have the Boston Celtics. Not really the team I was thinking about. I was thinking more of the Bucks with that crazy Aaron Gordon Hayward sort of pickup, or the Nets. But hey, we got the Boston Celtics 7 of the last year. Come on. Okay. There you have it, guys. Steph Curry wins his first ever Finals MVP, carrying this crazy Golden State Warriors team to another NBA Finals against a very young, explosive Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, dynamic duo. Holy cow. So, a successful rebuild. Not too bad. Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga definitely develops really well. We have Ingram at an 88, Steph at a 97. That's crazy numbers. So again, definitely not one of the more harder rebuilds, but I know 2K is so tough to try to sort of have these guys become better. Because obviously we've seen it all the time in 2K how the Pelicans are always a god squad, the Nets sometimes suck, the Lakers are always at the bottom of the West, so trying to defy the odds and just trying to make these teams better is what I love to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little rebuild. Again, comment down below what other teams you guys want me to do. I know in my last video I didn't really have that much of luck. This video I had a little bit better luck, even though we did lose out in the first round of last year's little simulation. But